"The empire doesn't dominate us here," Maduro said in a televised address, giving charge d'affaires Todd Robinson and his deputy, Brian Naranjo, 48 hours to leave the country. "We've had enough of your conspiring." Tensions between the U.S. and Venezuela have mounted following Maduro's victory in presidential election Sunday, a vote that the White House and others have branded a sham. Maduro also accused the Trump administration, which toughened financial sanctions on his government Monday, of seeking to escalate aggressions against the Venezuelan people. U.S. officials have also said the administration might consider imposing oil sanctions on Venezuela. The dominant and decisive reason why the opposition progressively withdrew from the elections was the decision by the extremist U.S. government to not validate or legitimize a presidential election that they knew fully was going to be won in any scenario by the candidate of Nicolas Maduro, Maduro said. Anticipating likely reciprocal expulsion by the Trump administration, Maduro hours later gave a new job to Carlos Ron, who had been serving as his top envoy to Washington. Ron was named Deputy Foreign Minister in charge of relations with North America. Robinson was traveling in Venezuela's western state of Mérida when he learned through social media of Maduro's order, according to a local radio broadcast of him speaking at an event. Robinson said he and his deputy strongly reject the accusations. "This is my first visit, but it won't be my last visit to Mérida or to Venezuela," he said. State Department spokeswoman Heather Nauert in Washington echoed Robinson's words during a briefing with reporters, saying that U.S. officials consider them false allegations. In his long career, Robinson, a career diplomat, has worked in Colombia, Bolivia, El Salvador, and the Dominican Republic. He earned a reputation for speaking out as ambassador to Guatemala and several times faced calls there for his expulsion. He has been similarly provocative in his short stay in Caracas. Days after landing in Caracas in December, he posed for pictures next to a statue of independence hero Simon Bolivar in a pro-government plaza and called Maduro's constitutional assembly illegitimate. Robinson said nobody in the Venezuelan government would met with him, but Socialist Party boss Diosdado Cabello denied the snub, accusing the diplomat of staging a show. But despite the frequent clashes, Maduro had seemed little inclined to declare Robinson persona non grata, as he and his mentor, the late Hugo Chavez, did several times previously to U.S. diplomats. Last month, Maduro even welcomed Robinson to the presidential palace for a private meeting with visiting U.S. Senator Dick Durbin. He also dispatched a trusted aide, Delcy Rodriguez, the head of the Constitutional Assembly, to meet with Robinson at his residence. Venezuela and the U.S. haven't exchanged ambassadors since 2010, so Robinson, while preserving his ambassadorial rank, was serving as chief of mission at the Hilltop Embassy in Caracas. Naranjo, his deputy, is one of the most senior State Department officials working on Venezuela, having served previously in Caracas when Chavez first ran for president in 1998. Patrick Duddy, the last U.S. ambassador to Venezuela, who himself was briefly expelled by Chavez in 2008, said the U.S. is not alone in rejecting Maduro's election as illegitimate and harshly criticizing the government for destroying the economy. "They're looking to blame someone," said Duddy, now director of Duke University's Center for Latin American and Caribbean Studies. "As it has so often been in the past, the target of their efforts is the United States."